and how is it going, my fellow DeFi degen friends? I hope you're all trying to stay well in this current market, and just being very cautious with your investments right now. And in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about any projects. I'm just going to be giving, just a quick kind of chat for the fellow degens that might be going through a lot of tough times right now. I know the last couple of weeks have been, and the last couple of days have been crazy. There's been lots and lots of, negative sentiments. Lots of people are in losses. The portfolios are down at the moment, and it can get very, very tough. So if that is you and you are going through a lot of stuff right now, some dark times, I hope that you're doing well and you're going to get through this. The crypto market is rewarding as it can be, with all these crazy yields and opportunities, to make so much money. It is still super, super high risk, and sometimes we kind of forget about that and get caught up in the euphoria and just get too excited, get too ahead of ourselves, and don't properly risk manage. So I do feel bad for everyone that has been caught bad over those last couple of weeks, anyone who was in Terra or Luna. But at the same time, I feel like, we've seen this happen many times before. I read an article from Charles Hoskinson. Now, I don't know how you feel about Cardano and Charles, but he has made ADA into a multi-billion-dollar market cap project without any utility, so I guess he is a bit of a smart chap. And he was saying how, seasoned investors seem unfazed by the most recent sharp market downturn, as they have witnessed similar sized corrections in the past, while newer investors are hitting the panic button. So there's a quote from him saying he's been in the space for almost a decade. He remembers Bitcoin going up to 30, then down to 4, up to $250, then down to 80, and so on. So most, investors who have been around for quite some time, they do understand this is part and package of the crypto space. We are all here for insane gains, but at the same time, with how unregulated it is and, volatile, there is huge amounts of risks that come along with that. Sometimes it's easy to forget, especially with the recent collapse of a Goliath, projects such as Luna. Kind of gives us that wake up that, things can turn sour at any point. Gives us, hard lessons to learn, but they are lessons at the end of the day. We do become better investors. Now, I don't want people to just give up at this point, even though you may have lost lots of money. I've lost, amounts myself. We have to try and remember that the reason, like the sole reason why we got into crypto is to maybe escape from whatever your reason is, to escape from the traditional markets, to become part of something bigger, to become part of the new wave of money. Whatever your reason is, we all have one for, how we got into it. And for me, I just thought I'd get into cryptos to make a little bit of money, make a bit of a flip. All these stories on the news of people buying Dogecoin. However, since I have been in it for the last 2 years, I've not been in it as long as lots of people, but over these last 2 years, it's just become a whole new world, like a whole new way of life. You become so enthralled in the community and, the projects and everything that is happening in crypto. It's not just, of course, everyone is here for the degen gains, but you become part of something bigger, part of a movement. It's like a decentralized world that we're all living in as normal people, away from these big banks and things like that. So for me, I'm still going to stick at it no matter what happens. It is hard lessons that we learn through these times, but it does give us those experiences, teaches us those hard lessons, and helps to set us up for, a better advantage in the future whenever that does come. So Charles does go on in the article to say it usually clears in weeks to months as a bottom is found, then a long climb up the ladder. So we could be looking at, maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months. I don't think we're going to see a long-term bear cycle like we have seen, in the past. There's too many institutions, too many big companies, even countries that are involved in, crypto and blockchain technology right now. The space is still in its infancy, it's still emerging, and us being here right now, we have taken, a big hit over these last couple of weeks. We took a big hit in May last year, and, for those people who've been around longer, they took the hits before that. But it is still going to go on. I do think, Bitcoin and all these other tokens that stick around for all this time building throughout, all this uncertainty, you will still see glory in the future whenever that is. So for yourself, I personally take this time during these, uncertain markets, prices are not going to go astronomical if you're just sitting out wait for that stability to come in, wait for a bottom to come in. Don't try to catch a falling knife, as they say. So if you are being affected by all of this, just kind of take a deep breath. I know you may have lost lots of funds right now, but just remember why you got into crypto and, you know, the possibilities for the future, and just spend this time learning and gaining those experiences and finding out everything you can about the blockchain, the projects that you're interested in, all these different models, and set yourself up for the best future that you can. That's probably the best bit of advice that I could give. But I would like to know some of the key lessons that you have learned over these last couple of weeks in crypto, some of the key lessons that are going to stick with you for the rest of your, you know, crypto life, and, you know, some of the lessons that you think other people will benefit from. I'd love to hear them in the comments. I will be reading all the comments, so let me know down there so you can share it with other people. They can maybe learn some information, get some experience from you, and just kind of pass it on, so, you know, we're all trying to help each other so we can set ourselves up better for the future. If you have been burnt and you want someone to talk to, come and join the DeFi Degens Discord. There's always, you know, helpful, kind people in there. I'll be putting a new giveaway on in these next couple of days for anyone who's been, you know, burnt by these recent events. So come and join there. There's a link to that in the top of the description of this video. Follow me on Twitter at DeFi Degens. Whatever you do, please, for the love of God, just try to stay safe. Don't go aping into anything. Make calculated and sensible investing decisions right now. Don't try to catch that falling knife, and just try to have a great day.